What's up, crowd? All right. Make some noise for these graduates. Make some noise for yourselves. They couldn't have done it without the family. All right. My name is Roger Porter, Oakland native, Peralta Community College graduate, and proud professor of English here at this very fine institution. Let's get it. It doesn't matter if you came from East Oakland, West Oakland, North Oakland, Stockton, Tracy, Modesto, Antioch, or Brentwood. We are here to celebrate the accomplishments of these outstanding graduates this afternoon. We're about to get this procession started right now. We have administrators, the chancellors here, board members, students, faculty, and guests. Leading the processional is the Peralta Community College District Chancellor, Dr. Tamil Gilkerson, and Laney College President, Dr. Rudy Besikoff. All right, let's go. And they are followed by Peralta Board of Trustees members and Laney College faculty and staff. Now entering the stadium, the class of 2024, Laney College. Give them a round of applause. Laney College, the people you have come to see, here they come. Here they come. Okay, here we go. I'm going to welcome now Chancellor Dr. Tamil Gilkerson, who's going to give us a welcome address.
Well, good morning. Hey, I've been trying to get you all hyped up. How you doing, class of 2024? Yeah? Let's go. Hello, welcome, good morning. So, good morning, honorable trustees, esteemed faculty, classified professionals and administrators, proud parents, partners, and loved ones, and most importantly, right, the resilient, determined, and inspiring class of 2024. Today we gather to celebrate not just a culmination of years of hard work, late nights, and relentless pursuits of knowledge, but also the beginning of a new chapter in each of your lives. Today we honor your achievements and we embrace the boundless potential that lies ahead. And I love the students' selected theme for this commencement, freedom to succeed. A concept that resonates deeply with the journey you are about to embark on. Freedom is a powerful word. It evokes visions of open skies, endless possibilities, and the ability to choose your own path. But what does it mean to have the freedom to succeed? It means you have the liberty to decide your success on your own terms, to pursue your passions, and to overcome the obstacles that stand in your way. Each of you has a unique story and a distinct set of experiences and a personal vision for what looks like. For some, it might be climbing the corporate ladder. For others, it might be starting a business, creating art, or making a difference in your community. The beauty of freedom is that it allows the diversity in dreams and aspirations. There is no one-size-fits-all definition of success, and there is no single path to achieving it. As you step into the world, you will encounter challenges. You will face moments of doubt and uncertainty, but remember that true freedom comes with the courage to take risks and the resilience to rise after the fall. Embrace these challenges as opportunities for growth. Learn from failures and let them be stepping stones to your success. We need look no farther than the examples of our graduates whose pathway to this day are examples of the power of education in achieving individual and collective liberation. In 2017, I had the honor to be the president of Laney College and preside over my first commencement ceremony here on this very field. That year, our valedictorian was Pauline Johnson, an exemplary student and leader. Pauline's journey to Laney was one marked by 21 years of drug and alcohol abuse and incarceration that had her near death and in a dark place. She recognized the impact and was inspired by her 7 children and grandchildren. So she sought help from a treatment center. And eventually she enrolled at Laney College, overcoming her fears of learning, taking exams, and eventually mastering time management and her studies to graduate with 2 associate degrees in language arts and humanities at 37. I remember when she took the stage to give her address and powerfully evoked the words of Langston Hughes' poem, Mother to Son, with the famous light in that poem, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. And she implored us to remember that education is a way out of poverty and darkness, and to keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing. And full circle, I learned last week that one of our 2024 graduates, James Allen, was sitting in his cell back in May of 2017, listening to his mother's valedictorian speech on his cell phone while incarcerated. Her perseverance and accomplishments were a catalyst for him to transform his life and decide to attend college, and he did just that. I mean, can I tell you something? And James will be translating to Paul Quinn College in Dallas, Texas. The power. I also think of Naomi Vasquez, who will graduate today with a 4.0 GPA and 2 associate degrees in business administration and social science, and transfer to UCLA in the fall. First in her family to attend college and now graduating from college, Naomi found freedom in recognizing that nothing comes easy, and that she had the power not to allow anyone else to limit what she could achieve through challenging times, stress, struggling to balance 2 jobs, and being a full-time student. Naomi has spent her time at Laney finding liberation in acts of service, finding joy and purpose as a student mentor, tutor, and eventually the voice of 30,000 students district-wide as one of Peralta Community College District's 2 student trustees. Naomi, you have enriched my life. You remind me the power of showing up and how passion connected with purpose ignites us personally and those around us. Thank you for igniting and being a bright light and touchstone for me. I am so proud of you. Graduates like Naomi, Pauline, and James, you have been equipped with the knowledge, skills, to navigate an ever-changing world. Yet it is your creativity, your adaptability, and your perseverance that will set you apart in a world that often imposes limitations and expectations. Your freedom to succeed lies in your ability to innovate, to think critically, and to remain steadfast in the pursuit of your goals. Freedom also comes with responsibility. As you pursue your dreams, remember the importance of integrity, empathy, and respect. Use your freedom to lift others up, to be a voice for those who cannot speak for themselves, and to contribute positively to society. Your success is not just about personal achievement, it's about making a difference in the lives of others. In the words of Nelson Mandela, "For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and embraces the freedom of others." As you carve your path, consider your actions and choices impact the world around you. Strive to create an environment where everyone has the opportunity to succeed, where freedom is not a privilege for a few, but a right for all. Today, as you don your caps and gowns, take a moment to reflect on the journey that brought you here. Celebrate your achievements, thank those who supported you, and look forward with anticipation to the future. The road ahead is yours to shape, and the freedom to succeed is yours to embrace. Class of 2024, you are the architects of tomorrow. Your dreams, your passions, and your unwavering spirit are the foundation of a brighter future. Go forth with confidence and courage, And with the knowledge that you have the freedom to succeed, the world is waiting for your continued contributions, your innovations, and your leadership. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Dr. Tamil, for those very inspiring words. What's up, y'all good out there? Graduates, y'all good? All right, for sure, for sure. Okay, so please join me in welcoming Abigail McMurray, President of the Associated Students of Laney College, as she presents this year's Laney College Valedictorian. Come on down, Abigail.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abigail McMurray. As president of the ASOC, I'd just like to congratulate all of the graduates and their families just for their accomplishments. I know it's been a long year, but, we did it. And for all of that, I'm just very proud of every single one of you. Going to this college has been just very life-changing for me. It's just something I'm very proud of to have in my journey. And, so I'm going to introduce the valedictorian. Her name is Isela Cel Abarca. She would like me to read this. So Cel graduates with the highest honors, completing an Associate of Arts in Commercial Music while pursuing their degree. Cel started their freelance audio engineering business and began working for Dolby Labs and Sage the Conch podcast. Next, Cel aims to merge their audio experience with their passion for technology and leadership. Their goal is to develop an educational software that empowers creatives in underserved community to enter into the music industry as independent artists. To turn their dreams into a reality, Cel joined Year Up's specialized training program for IT and business communications. Currently, Cel is cross-interning for Airbnb's IT and live production teams, serving as community ambassador for Year Up and volunteering with Godera, an organization founded in creating social impact for nonprofits. She says, the greatest dream I have is to create a positive impact on marginalized and underserved communities. So I'd like to commend Cel for her great accomplishment, and I'd like to welcome her to the stage to make a speech.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What up? Words can't express how honored I feel to be selected as your valedictorian. Thank you, Dr. Hall. I will continue to look for ways to serve my community and uplift my peers. I'd also like to thank the Grant family for taking me in, my family and my best friend for always showing up, my girlfriend Eliana for your unwavering faith in me, and Liliana Moncado, my amazing counselor. On behalf of Laney's music graduates, I'd like to thank Laney's brilliant music professors for your dedication to your craft and guidance through our journeys. Thank you to Laney's music department chair, John Rieger, and Dean of Liberal Arts, Elizabeth Mayer, for your continued support and commitment to our educational experience. To the teachers, staff, and administrators of Laney and the Peralta College's community, on behalf of Laney's graduating class of 2024, thank you for your tireless efforts that contributed to all of our success. To my fellow graduates and program colleagues, thank you for your collaboration, respect, and community. And to all the friends, family, and loved ones gathered here today to celebrate, thank you for being a support system and making the time to come through. When I started writing my speech, I realized that most of y'all won't know me. So I'm gonna be vulnerable today and share some of my story. My name is Cel. I was raised by a single parent. I grew up across 14 different cities in 3 states, 5 high schools, so obviously that didn't go too well for me. Since I was a kid, my family had to deal with a lot: divorce, domestic violence, depression, mental illness, substance abuse. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. You could say I grew up fast and didn't have the best start in life. I moved to the Bay on my own when I was 18, started supporting myself, trying to find myself, and honestly making a lot of mistakes. I almost dropped out of college. I almost gave up on my dreams. I almost became an alcoholic. And I almost believed that I wasn't good enough to achieve something like this. But 4 years ago, I made the biggest commitment of my life, that I would follow my passion instead of prioritizing dollar signs. I vowed that I would never again let fear or circumstance stop me from achieving my evolution. Today, I graduate with highest honors and stand before you as Laney's 2024 valedictorian. Thank you. I'm not alone in my success. We all have a story that has led us here today. And let's be real, we all been going through it. So this graduation, for so many of us, is about something much bigger than grades or credits. It's about something invaluable, something you can't document. This moment right here is our validation. For every minute spent juggling work, school, family, and trying to squeeze in a social life. For every late night spent studying and working. For every moment of self-doubt and criticism battling imposter syndrome. And for every obstacle we've had to navigate just to keep ourselves moving forward on our paths. My fellow graduates, this moment is confirmation that our struggles do not define us. Matter of fact, bump the word struggle. Our hustle is what strengthens us, and our resilience guarantees our success. So never forget who you are. Yeah, bump it. Don't let anyone or anything hold you back. And keep reaching for the stars because you have greatness within you. And now that we have arrived, I challenge us to pay it forward. Quote, when you worked hard and done well and walked through that doorway of opportunity, you do not slam it shut behind you. You reach back and give other folks the same chances that helped you succeed. Michelle Obama. That's right. Laney College, y'all changed our lives and taught me that anyone can make it to the top, regardless of when or where you start off. If you choose to show up, if you choose to make a difference, and if you choose your own happiness. So let's keep hustling, let's keep shining, and show the world that we are the future. All right, thanks, y'all. Now make some noise for Laney's graduating class of 2024.
Hey, one more round of applause for Abigail, please. Good job, man. Listen, community colleges are saving lives, for real, for real. So now let's welcome to the podium Dr. Judith Trinidad Lopez, Gateway to College Program Director, who will introduce this year's Gateway to College valedictorian. Dr. Judith Trinidad Lopez.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here. Congratulations to all the graduates. I am pleased to introduce our valedictorian from Gateway to College, Shi-Wei Chang. Can you please come up? He started with Gateway a year ago. He maintained his highest academic honors the entire time, enrolled in a prep course at UC Berkeley as a visiting scholar, transferring to UC Berkeley in the fall 2024, pursuing a Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics, and will continue with the master's program. Good job. Congratulations.
Thanks
Very
for
proud of
introducing
you.
me. Thank you.
Very proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Faculty, parents, and fellow graduates. Good morning. My name is Shi-Wei, and I'm proud to be representing the class of 2024 at Gateway to College. Graduates, we may have all come from different backgrounds and face distinct challenges. Some of us may have begun our college education just this year. For others, the journey may have taken much, much longer. Indeed, after the ceremony ends, our next steps in life will all be very different. But what brings us together today is the fact that we have all completed a significant educational milestone, whether it be a high school diploma, a certificate of achievement, or an associate's degree. Laney graduates, you have persevered despite the struggle and hardship of life, and for that, let's give a big round of applause. A year and a half ago, I made it my goal to be independent by the time I turned 18. And as a part of this goal, I joined the Gateway to College program. College life gave me an unprecedented level of independence. I could take the classes I was passionate about, and I found more time to gain the work experience that I was seeking. And though I'm proud of how far I've come, I'm also admittedly regretful of the aspects of my life that I'd let go. The hobbies and relationships that I'd let fall to the wayside, and the opportunities for personal growth I turned down. As I enter into a young adulthood, I feel as if I've learned a crucial lesson. That 24 hours a day is not enough time to pursue every hobby, interest, or relationship. Consequently, I learned that we must choose carefully how we spend this precious resource. To consciously make space for our passions despite the flood of hard decisions on which organizations to be involved with and which to let go of. To actively develop and cultivate an environment which enables you to fulfill your dreams and ambitions. Class of 2024, I wish you all the best as we move on to the next stage of our life. Thank you all for listening, and please enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, let's keep it lit. Let's keep it lit, man. Listen. Yo, y'all still good, right? All right. Listen, now it's time to introduce the graduation keynote speaker. Dr. Annie V. Lamb, founder of Lamb Consulting Group, is a leading expert in public and nonprofit service with over 15 years of experience. Google her. From humble beginnings as an intern in the California State Assembly, she has become a prominent advocate for equitable opportunities and social change. Dr. Lamb specializes in organizational change, leadership, advocacy, and diversity, working to empower underrepresented groups in politics and leadership roles. She is the founder of APIs Mobilize, empowering Asian American and Pacific Islander youth, and has received numerous awards for her transformative leadership. Dr. Lamb holds a doctorate in organizational change and leadership from USC and a bachelor's degree in Asian American Studies from UC Davis. Please welcome the incomparable Dr. Annie V. Lamb.
Good morning, class of 2024. You did it. You sacrificed. You powered through. Congratulations. Let's give yourself a big round of applause. Firstly, I would like to recognize President Dr. Rudy Besikoff for his leadership in creating a culture of support and growth here at Laney College. And also, yes, let's give him a big round of applause as well. It is truly an honor to address this exceptional class today. It feels amazing being back here in Oakland, a city that is so special to me. Though I was born and raised in Sacramento, growing up, I spent many summers here visiting my cousins in East Oakland. Yeah! And also my grandfather who lived at Hotel Oakland Senior Center. As I was preparing for today's speech, I reflected a lot on my own journey. And serving as a commencement speaker at a college graduation wasn't something that I thought I can ever do. I was that unlikely child who was never going to succeed. As a daughter of refugees, English was my second language. I had to learn it along the way. In grade school, I couldn't understand my teacher's instructions, so I would watch my classmates and copy what they did. I struggled with learning, writing, and public speaking. I also didn't have a sense of my own identity. I didn't understand it at the time, but I developed an internalized feeling of not belonging. I have always felt a little different, but yet it also felt very normal. It was normal for me to spend summers picking fruits in the fields with my family, starting around age 7 until I graduated from high school. I grew up in a neighborhood where drive-by shootings and seeing crime scenes were normalized. I remember seeing zipped up body bags multiple times at a gas station less than a block away from my home. It would be normal for me to go to school to learn that our classroom has been vandalized. My teachers didn't get paid enough, and walls were built around my elementary school to keep us safe from bullets. But I am grateful for my public education as it opened doors for me, and getting accepted into college was my ticket out. It gave me the freedom to succeed. Majoring in Asian American Studies changed everything for me. That's where I learned more about my own identity, and I met a mentor who offered me an internship of a lifetime, working for a prominent Asian American legislator who mentored me, who saw the passion that I had for social justice. She showed me that I can use political power to overturn injustices. And since then, I began to realize my own calling for change making and have dedicated my entire career to this work. After completing my master's degree, I discovered a passion that inspired me to go further, to do the impossible by completing a doctoral degree. That's the magic of higher education. It opens your mind to new possibilities. Growing up, the thought of getting a doctoral degree never crossed my mind. It felt so out of reach. And I often look back on where my path began. It began with a very special teacher named Miss Cruz from my elementary school. Her impact on me remains significant. After her passing, I stumbled upon an interview of her in my hometown local newspaper. Despite the challenges that we faced as children of the poor and the working class, she never lost faith in us, long before we knew how to believe in ourselves. She said, "I love doing this, thinking that maybe I am making a difference. I haven't lost the hope that these are the people who are going to make changes." 26 years after that article, I was honored by the same local newspaper, the Sacramento Bee, as part of their inaugural class of AAPI changemakers for leading transformative changes in the Sacramento region. And as we celebrate your graduation today, I want to recognize all of the dedicated teachers and school administrators who tirelessly empowered you, no matter the challenges. Let's give them a huge round of applause. I share my story with you today to show you that anything is possible, and you all are already well on your way. Today is a huge milestone. I have many turning points, and my advice is simple. Take up space, dream big, and go for it. Don't let your insecurities hold you back. Practice and refine your skills, and as you gain confidence, no matter how small it is, it will empower you to continue to try again and again. As I was given more chances, those chances gave me more chances, and that's what led me here today on this stage. I also have to give a lot of credit to higher education. It gave me the freedom to think critically, breaking free from old ways of thinking. It was my master's and doctoral program where I learned to explore our world more deeply and question our reality. I have many eye-opening moments about my upbringings and the truth that I once held close. In our society, there is an invisible standard of the dominant culture that racial groups are judged against, whether it is beauty, leadership style, or success. And because these models and expectations have been around for a long time, it affects how we see ourselves and how we see others. It is so powerful that we do it without even realizing it. And these standards, they don't just happen at work. It is everywhere. I remember growing up, hearing my mom imply that looking Western was the epitome of beauty. It becomes so normalized that we start to internalize it and feel like we're not good enough. We live in a society where it feels normal to adjust so we fit in. It is normal to adjust so we leave behind our cultural values so we can be viewed as leadership material and be viewed like we belong. For people like us who face challenges, unique challenges, the pressure to fit into mainstream standards can feel even stronger, whether we are single moms, formerly incarcerated people, undocumented immigrants, children of refugees, navigating through life in our own unique ways. Our experiences are diverse. We don't all fit into a predefined box. It is time that we break free from this old cycle of thinking. Graduates, you are our cycle breakers. As you enter your careers, you may encounter those aspects, and in order to change it, you must be aware of it and question it and make a choice to do things differently, especially when you get to the top. As you embark on this next chapter and as you move into positions of power, you will make important decisions that impact lives or change the way how things work for good. But doing so can feel lonely at times. It takes extraordinary courage to stand up to do the right thing, regardless of the blowback. In the face of mounting pressure, it is going to be uncomfortable, but when you ride through it, you will earn a lot of respect for yourself, as well as a lot of respect from others. And you will get stronger and stronger each time you stand your ground. We live in a society that tends to box us in to conform. We have amazing talents, but we don't even realize them because they don't fit into that box. We don't realize how special we are. And your compassion isn't too much. It doesn't make you weak. We need more leaders who can feel the pain and suffering of others. We need you, our cycle breakers. Take time to look within. The power is within you. Dig deep to find your inner magic. That's what makes you unique, and that's where your power is. I would like to leave you with a quote by Toni Morrison. Dream the world as it ought to be. Don't let anybody convince you this is the way the world is and therefore must be. Congratulations, Eagles. The world is waiting for your leadership. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Lamb. My goodness, yes, class of 2024, you guys are so amazing. Your whole college experience happened during a pandemic. My God, and you are here. Look at y'all, man. So thrilled to be here. And stewarding us through the pandemic was our president, Dr. Rudy Besakoff, who I am now going to introduce. And so grateful to be here introducing Dr. Besakoff. He's going to come down and say a few words. Come on down, Dr. Rudy. Thank you so much.
I always have to adjust the mic at the beginning. I have no idea why. Good morning and congratulations, class of 2024. Come on, make some noise. You know, it is really an honor to speak with you this morning as the proud president of this great college. And I'd like to begin my remarks this morning by acknowledging special guests and other leaders and those who have achievements that are among us today. Chancellor Tamil Gilkerson and members of our Board of Trustees, on behalf of our campus community, I welcome you and thank you for your leadership and support. Also, and it's a hard act to follow, but special thanks to Dr. Annie Lamb, who has taken time to serve as our keynote speaker today. And you know what? How about all the speakers before me today? Let's give it up for them for a second. You know, one word that I always feel I can't say as the college of this as the college president is the word I, because so often it's the we, it's the us. And part of my team is my executive council, the vice presidents at this college. Dr. Detty Del Rosario, our Vice President of Administrative Services, and with us today, and please stand, Dr. Becky Absada, Vice President of Instruction, and Dr. Marlon Hall, our Vice President of Student Services. We've done some cool stuff over the last 2 years, and certainly you're a big part of that story. Also, a college goes nowhere without first-class faculty and staff, right? And I'd like to start by acknowledging the president of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Leslie Blakey. But you know what? Within this landscape, and I say this to you as well, graduates, we're all educational leaders, including those in our public today. Faculty, please stand and be recognized as educational leaders at Laney College. And you know, along the way, many of you have had moments where you needed support and where you've needed help, or maybe you've needed it every day. And our tremendous group of classified professionals is there to support you, and I'm sure as you graduate, they'll continue to reach out and talk to you. And I want to acknowledge the president of the Classified Senate, Ms. Hope Lane. All right, and other classified professionals, and I know some of them are sitting here, please stand up and be recognized, or wave or do something. You are part of the lifeblood of this great college. But you know, leadership doesn't stop there. We heard from her earlier, but I want to acknowledge our Associated Students of Laney College President, Abigail McMurray. Abigail is also the very well-earned recipient of the President's Medallion. And also, I want to send a shout out to all the members of the ASLC. Also, I want to offer warmest congratulations today to our valedictorian and salutatorian, Isela Abarca, and seated with us, Della Grant. Della, where are you? Come on. I saw her. There she is. And then, you know what? It extends beyond that. Today, all of you are graduating, and it's a great moment. And last week, it was great to honor those who graduated with honors, high honors, and highest honors, including those who were a 4.0 all the way through. Please stand up if you were among those students and those graduates. Go ahead. And as they stand up today, you'll notice that they adorn a sash reflective of their achievement. And you know what? Often our leaders are folks behind the scenes that help. And I want to send a big shout out to everybody who put in the hard work and volunteered to make this graduation happen today. Those who organized and put it together. Let's give them a hand. All right. And finally, to family, friends, and supporters of our students and our graduates who are here today, and I know there are many of you sitting out there, please stand up and be recognized. Come on, you earned it. It's about all of us. Okay, and now to you, our graduates. First of all, allow me to say congratulations for the degrees and certificates that we will confer upon you today, all of which come with the rights and the privileges you earned and come with the knowledge and experience that you now take forward as graduates. This is a great year for us. It sees us awarding more than 1,300 degrees and certificates to all of you. And that's 300 more than last year. And we could not be more proud of you than we are today. That's right, you did it. And you know what? You have to turn and appreciate your faculty. Because it's through their innovative instruction that comes to you after, in some cases, years of education on their own parts, getting their own certificates and degrees, designing courses and programs responsive to what you need to go out into the world, creating hands-on learning opportunities, right? And on their parts, doing research, doing presentations in professional realms, publishing articles, and in so many ways, right, pushing every envelope possible. I salute you. And graduates, as you leave us today, it is my privilege to proudly declare to our partners in our community, in industry, and our four-year partners, that as you go to them, they are receiving graduates who have had a first-class learning experience, and it is one that I hope that you pay forward to others in the future. You know, the vision of Laney College is for all on campus to dream, flourish, and succeed. And today, our theme was freedom to succeed, and I'd like to, just in reflecting on that, share some words by activist, novelist, and educator Maya Angelou that defines and speaks to this road to freedom. This is what she said: "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it is necessary to face defeat so that you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can rise from it." All right, perhaps you took a little inspiration from those words. But at the same time, graduates, as you heard me say that, you should have been saying to yourselves, you know what, Rudy? I've been there and I've done that as a graduate. That's right. You have already faced and overcome so many challenges, which is why you are here today. You attended the classes, you did the homework, you took the tests, you did the hands-on experience opportunities, right? But you know what? That was just the school part. For many of you, you did all those things supporting families and loved ones, meaning you had to do so much more than just go to class. In fact, graduates, if you had family members to support or loved ones to take care of, stand up. Let's appreciate that achievement. Stay standing. Now, let's add to that. How about if you were the first in your family to graduate from college? Go ahead, stand up. And you know, education is kind of its own world and its own culture. But imagine coming into that culture, stay standing, and English was not your first language even. Stand up if that's the case. That's right. Now stand up if you did it as a part-time student. That's right. How about as a full-time student? That's right. You all are in the victory today. You all need to be recognized. Now, those are some examples of challenges that we've overcome. But for all of you as graduates, your journey's been extraordinary. Over the past 4 years plus, you have overcome what Maya Angelou called the defeat that you could have succumbed to because of the global pandemic. In fact, and this is how much things have changed, several students told me this year that college was really their first in-person experience since before high school. Think about that. Isn't that a flip? Isn't that amazing? You know what? And to those who have done that, you've come out of a world that was selling you the ease and the comfort of defeat, but you've refused it in favor of the hard road to freedom to succeed that college graduates earn. That's right. And you know what? Society sometimes encourages some of those defeats that Maya Angelou spoke about. But here in this place called Laney, we come together as graduates, students, colleagues, industry leaders, community partners, learning community supporters to sign on and fight rather than being a friend to defeat and not joining those friends of defeat that include negativity, hate, racism, mediocrity, stasis, and complacency. Heck no. Instead, we as a community are here today because we give each other motivation, hope, support, and caring while embracing the very diversity that defines us and collaborating, right? Carry that lesson with you as you go forward, graduates, okay? And you know what? To go back to what Maya Angelou said, today when you think about what you've accomplished in this journey, you have learned who you are. You have learned what has held you back and what the strength is you need to be successful. And you have learned all the ways towards success. It is in fact that struggle and that journey that makes you extraordinary. Because today's moment, graduates, it's not a gift. It's something that you have earned. Yeah. So in closing, moving forward, just being a teacher myself, I'm going to give you 2 assignments or 2 charges. All right? There we go. All right. Okay. You know what? They always say if you have a day where you laugh, you think, and your emotions are moved, it's a great day in your life. Show of hands, who's had that day today? All right. Okay, so first piece of homework. Stay connected with us and let us know how you're doing. Your success is our success as well. Also, whether it's resources such as volunteering your time if you're around or considering a scholarship donation to the Peralta College's foundation, please stay connected in a way that keeps Laney alive for you. Second piece of homework, and I'm going to quote Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. As you make your way, be a mentor to the Laney College graduates of tomorrow. Just think about it today. Maybe it's a classmate you had. Maybe it's somebody coming up through the school system through a great partner like OUSD. Or maybe it's someone who's not in school right now, maybe working or not working, and kind of thinking about, should I go back to school? Be a shining light to them that shows the way, and let your accomplishments today be your example to them. Chancellor Gilkerson and this great community of Oakland, I present and congratulate the Laney College class of 2024. Thank you.
Yo, that's our president, man. That's our president. That's right. That's right. Very consistent, approachable, all-around stand-up guy, man. Shout out to Rudy Beskov. Also very tall. Let me readjust this mic. Okay, cool. We almost there, y'all. We almost there. We getting there. We getting there. We getting there. We getting there. All right. First, I must represent a brother straight from Chi-Town, straight from Chicago, Illinois. That's right. His name is Dr. Marlon Hall. He is the Vice President of Student Services at this institution. And today, he will be offering an acknowledgement of awards and honors recipients of Laney and Gateway to College. Please give it up for Dr. Marlon Hall.
Thank you, Professor Porter. And first of all, as everyone knows, I will say this to every class. I will utilize the 5 B's today. Be brief, brother, be brief. So first of all, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing. The first awardees will be the Dean's Medallion awardees. My first medallion awardee is from the area of math and sciences, and that's Haley Willem. Will you please stand? Our second Dean's Medallion winner is from the area of liberal arts, and that's Mr. Jose Melendez. Our third medallion winner is from humanities and social sciences, Kamori Smith. Will you please stand? Our President's Medallion awardee, who has received a lot of awards and acclamation in the last couple weeks, and that is Abigail McMurray. Will you please stand? And also, we must recognize again our salutatorians. Isela Ubaka, please stand. And Shiwei Chen from Gateway to College. And our Gateway and our Laney College valedictorians, let's give them another round of applause. That is Della Grant, please stand. And Sahidra Tager, please stand. And in closing, I want all of you to thank everyone who helped you get to where you are today. Celebrate. And my last stand, I would like you to do this. My homework, all of you have cell phones, correct? Call all the individuals that said you wouldn't make it. Call them on the phone and tell them you graduated, then hang up the phone. That's all you need to do. Continue to go above and beyond, and God bless all of you.
Man, Chi-Town's hero, man. Before this Lil Durk, there was Marlon Hall. I just want y'all to know. All right. So, listen. All right, we about to get to it. We about to get to it right now. I do have some housekeeping, though. Housekeeping. So, no selfies heading to the stage. They hold up the line. Also, I'm serious. Also, hey, people, please stay until the end. Please stay until the end of everything, please. Okay, no leaving early. All right, okay, cool. All right, so now it's time to get to business. Town business. Laney business. 2024 business. Let's get it. Awarding academic degrees and certificates of the incredible Laney College Class of 2024. Let's do it. Woo, woo, woo.